Now going to question 17. Here, when the prompt looks like this, we know it's a grammar question. So we're reading for grammar here. And let's start reading. When external forces are applied to common glass made from silicates, energy builds up around minuscule defects in the material, resulting in fractures. Recently, engineer Erkka Franberg of Tampere University in Finland used the chemical whatever to make a glassy solid that can withstand higher strain than silicate glass can before fracturing. So, one important thing is this part right here. Normally, I wouldn't read something like that because a lot of your power on the reading and writing section comes from reading really generally in the beginning and not getting sucked into a lot of big names and dates and minor details. But I wanted to point this out because that's what we refer to as a long intro. Now, there are two primary ways to name things. The long intro would be the details about the person attached to the name with no commas. And you can name people or things this way. The middle modifier is the same idea, but the actual name is set aside as a modifier. By the way, a modifier would be a clause except that it's missing the subject, the verb, or both. So I can say SAT instructor Alex Torres is nice, no commas, and that would be correct. Or I can say the SAT instructor Alex Torres is nice. Now, if you're going to say it that second way, it's because if you were to cross this piece out, the rest of it would have to work well, and that's true. The SAT instructor is nice, and that's true, by the way. So here we see engineer Erkka Franberg of Tampere University in Finland. So all of this could be considered one long expression of the name. And that's doubly important here because later in the sentence, we hear about the chemical compound aluminum oxide, which is one big name with no commas. So they use the chemical compound aluminum oxide to make a glassy solid that can withstand higher strain than silicate glass before fracturing. So that is our long intro, and the answer here is D.